broadcasting from maybe somewhere near Crater Bay, with Professor West and Captain Chunk Chunkers, Ace Pilot Sluggy at the helm, Chief Mechanic the Christmas Goat, along with the rest of the crew, and anybody else we can get to wear a costume.
Right, everybody, watch this. Sometimes you get jiggle. Jesus Christ! Well, I'm glad you brought up aliens, because if you didn't, I was gonna. So, congressional hearing about UAPs. Nifty, right? Nifty. Oh, yeah. You ever been invited to, like, a strip club? And then when you get there, there's no naked ladies. There's no ladies. It's a room full of dudes, all telling you, all wanting to describe to you what a naked lady looks like. Now, they haven't seen a naked lady, but there's this dude they know, and he told them that he has pictures of naked ladies, and he described to them what the naked ladies look like, and dude, they swear by this dude. Boy, they'll vouch for him. It's almost certainly possible that this dude once saw a naked lady. Neat, huh? Neato. I don't know how bad you all thought I wanted to see naked ladies, but it wasn't that bad. It wasn't so bad that I want to sit around and get lied to all the time. And that's what this is. And the thing is, like, so David Fravor's account, I really do like it. That's 4 pilots, 2 in each plane, that watched this thing for 5 minutes. They all saw this naked lady for 5 minutes. It's a shame. It's a shame none of them took any pictures. Enough already. If you ain't got naked lady pictures, you know, this is my fault. I have obviously told too many people that I wanted to see naked lady UFOs. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Roswell, New Mexico. You ever been there? I went through Roswell once. And what Roswell is like, it's like a whole city. It's like a whole city that definitely heard that I was interested in looking at webbed toes. They all know that I want to see webbed toes. The whole town is full of trinkets and t-shirts, all featuring webbed toes. Now, they don't have any webbed toes in Roswell, New Mexico. They never did. They have this great story about this one day. This one day in 1947, someone with webbed toes came walking through Roswell, New Mexico. No pictures. No pictures. Sadly. Not a picture to be had of a webbed toe. You may be thinking that's a silly example, but I'll tell you how much I've been looking for webbed toes. I've been looking for webbed toes for a long time. Because I stopped looking for tails, but we'll get to that in a minute. Webbed toes, I've gotten close. There was one night in the cab. I was driving a cab at night in Portland, Oregon. And I picked this guy up from just like a house party, but way up in like the hills. It was a weird place. Like there were like radio towers nearby, crackling in the misty rain at night. He's drunk as a skunk. We're having a good time. I drive him to his girlfriend's house. Somehow, I don't know how I got on the topic of webbed toes. It happens. And he started telling me about this girl that he knew that had webbed toes. And I was like, and he went through this whole bit about how him and his friends, they call her Swamp Thing, and it's a big friendly joke between them all. And fine. And we pull up to his house, and there's this, and his girlfriend's there, and for some reason, and he's like talking to me about how like she's like a cheerleader or used to be a cheerleader for the local, like some local sports team. And I'm like, what? And so I thought he was talking about the girl with webbed toes. And so he brings out like this poster of and one of these girls in this poster lineup. No, it's a tasteful poster. It's just a promo thing. And I'm like, what? Where? And he's like, right there. I said, how am I supposed to tell she's got webbed toes? He's like, no. She's not the one with web toes. I'm like, oh, whatever. Ha 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 ha. Drop him off. I start racing back downtown. Hop on the freeway, and I'm zipping back down there. And, a little order comes up, and it's always risky. It's right at the time when the bars are getting out, and fine, I take the order, and it has me going right back to the same place that I picked him up at. And the name is the name of his friend that he told me about. Oh crap! Okay. So she gets in the cab, and I tell her, hey, like, you know, some guy named, like, whatever his name was, Jason something. And she's like, yeah. I say, yeah, no, I picked him up. You know, he was funny. He was telling me this story about how your friend group used to call you Swamp Thing, and she's like, embarrassed, good-humored. It was funny, and so I go through my whole web toe spiel. And listen, I'm not trying to pressure anybody to look at their web toes. At the end of the ride, she offers it. I didn't want to say, well, yeah, I'm up for it. Now, she takes off her shoe. I am a planetary level diplomat. I usually answer yes, no questions. Yeah, no, yeah. That way there's no argument. I can be diplomatic, and I was supremely diplomatic, because she doesn't have web toes. Two of her toes were fused in some asymmetrical, mild mutation. Now, I'm not shaming anybody. That's fine. That's neat. It ain't web toes. Good-humored. She went on her way. Everybody's happy. No web toes. I've got an archaeologist friend. She went out on a date with a guy once because he said he had web toes. She didn't go out on 2 dates with him because he lied. I don't know what it is about web toes, but they must be as valuable as I think they are because everybody lies about them. Now, I've heard that a lot of people get them clipped as well. Web toes, can't find web fingers. Listen, this isn't where this was supposed to be going, but if you've got web toes, you want to show them off? So now let's talk about tails. You think web toes are hard to find? I was under the impression, I was given to understand that humans are sometimes born with vestigial tails, right? Or some sort of like, an error in the DNA. Our genes shut the tail off from growing in utero. But if that gene doesn't quite get shut off, well, then you would expect that the tail would grow somewhat. I'm not asking for a prehensile tail. I'm just asking for like a little tail. If you ever seen things that are presented as tails, they're ghastly. They don't look like tails. And again, that's okay. I'm not mutant shaming at all. I'm up for whatever mutation. I've been looking for a tail. There was once. Now, I featured a tail in a comic called Femstud that I made, where it's the intersexed heroine and her sexual adventures featuring, well, there's amputees and there's the conjoined twins, there's all kinds of fun things in there, and there's a woman with a tail in there. Now, I was showing this to one of the handsomest couples I have ever had the pleasure of meeting. The guy was Norwegian, the girl was Basque. Jesus Christ, I could barely contain myself. Anyway, we're all, so, kind of show and tell. I'm showing them the comic. They see the comic, and they're both like, the girl of the couple said she had a tail nub. And I asked, okay, is this like a situation where the coccyx is just turned around and ends up kind of sticking out? It's not really a tail, but and I'm surrounded by people. This is just in case you think this is some weird kinky situation. No. The girl took my hand. The guy also, his hand, like guiding my hand. I'm surrounded by friends. I'm horrified. I don't want anybody to think I'm doing anything inappropriate. They guide my hand down past the base of her spine, all the way down. And again, their fingers on my finger, so nothing weird and kinky going on, to just press up against, holy shit, the nub. And that's what it was. It was her coccyx. The end of her coccyx was turned around, and she had this little tail nub. That's as close as I've gotten to a tail. Again, this wasn't where this video was supposed to be heading, but if you've got a tail, yeah. Can we see it? I just want to see a human tail. Now, I'll tell you what else I've been looking for. Forever. Not forever. Most of my life. Before I was 12, I don't know how young I was when I found out about this. It's called the milk line. Now, humans, being mammals, it turns out, well, there's this line goes from like the armpits down the torso, the front of the torso, and then into the inner thighs. It's called the milk line. And in mammals, this is where, anywhere along this line, this is where breasts and nipples can form. Now, I'm not talking about a superfluous third nipple. I don't care about third nipples. I don't care about something that looks like a mole. I've even got a friend who has a third nipple. It's all well and good. What I'm looking for, though, is someone with a set of breasts, and underneath that, a smaller set of breasts. I'm not looking for 6. I'm just looking for 4. Where are they? I have sifted through mountains of porn. I've never been close. Never been close. There should be gallery upon gallery of 4-breasted humans. Why? Why not? Do you want to make $1 billion? Because if we have a female lead in a science fiction movie who actually has 4 breasts and a tail, $1 billion, $1 billion. Okay, time for the crew to take a break. What do you mean I'm the only one actually here? What is that, some kind of existential rat riddle?
Yeah, want to see something neat? Tree clouds. Tree clouds. What the hell are they? I have no idea. Don't know what they're for.